What's up out there? We have a lot to catch up on, so let's get started. Now, in the last video, I was working on fire making. That is now complete. It's just ticked over to level 99, so I was able to purchase the, what is that thing? Do I have it up here, or is there some in here? The max skill cape. Now, there was actually a township task to turn one of these in too, so I got a couple of things out of it, but I went ahead and turned that in. Now, this gives you like everything from all the different skill capes, and Slayer's included, all the combat ones, so you can actually get some cool stuff out of it. The only thing I don't like about it is it doesn't have the damage reduction, but you do get the little bonus from fire making and all the other bonuses. So on my, let's get out of combat here real quick. So like on my skilling setup here, I just put the skill cape on, sold all the other skill capes that I had. Because this inherits everything, I don't have to switch around with it. And the cool thing is, and I totally forgot this existed, so whoever mentioned getting this, that was a great idea. I totally forgot about it. So I've put that on both of these here, and I've got another set of them. You know, we got a whole other set back here. So I've got some for the regular, which I need to switch out, but I've got some for my, not regular, but my combat setups too. So I got 5 of these things, and I can always buy more if I need them, if I die and lose one or something, whatever. So I've got those. Of course, I'm running something with damage reduction at the moment, but if I was to fight something lesser that didn't matter, I could throw that max skill cape on, get a little bit more XP and stuff like that. So like earlier, I was doing elite tasks with melee and stuff like that. I've been kind of trying to figure out how I want to, and we'll get into the combat section here in a minute, but I've been trying to figure out how to push forward on combat. So anyway, fire making's done, max skill cape is purchased. Then I spent some time working on leveling up ranged, which is now up to 111. I am just about to get it finished off here, and I needed to level up far enough so that I could equip the bundled protection body, so I've got that on both my melee and my ranged setup, so that's done. And then on the magic side of things, I idled those cursed liches for a little while so that I could get my Burning Madness ring, and I think the Burning Madness gloves. I think I got both those. So I spent a decent chunk of time working on ranged, and I ended up getting, so between the God Dungeon, the ring you get out of the God Dungeon, the gloves you get out of the God Dungeon, and then idling off the Unhallowed Wasteland, I now have the Poison Virulence set, the ring and gloves, and then I've got the Burning Madness set, ring and gloves. I have not gotten either one of the other, like the bleed gloves or the stun gloves. I need to work on those. I just haven't got there yet. But I'm starting to work on all that. I've got a few things picked up in here. We've got some of each of the different, well, the melee versions. What are these things called? The Red Claws and the Greater Skeletal Dragons. I got some of that stuff sitting there. So I'm starting to work on that grind. And I ended up, because I needed to get this Burning Madness ring, I didn't have enough of the rings. So I ended up idling off the Water God dungeon for a little while. I think I let that run overnight. That's why I got so far into ranged. And then I also turned in a township task where you needed these little puff balls, the essence or whatever. You turn some of this essence in for each one of these, and that's the poison one. Like you'd turn 20 or some of these essence in or something like that, and it gave you a chunk of those rings that you need, the fighter ring, the guardian ring, and then the other one, wherever that, I think I used all the other one up. So anyway, I turned a bunch of township tasks in. That was pretty handy. Let's see what else we do here. Then I idled the Umboras. I had another township task that if I idled 2,000 more Umboras of these things, the stuff from Dark Waters, it would give you one each of the Dark Waters weapons. So I did that. I've got my Ocean Song back. I lost that one at some point. Died and lost that. So I've got Ocean Song back. And I now have the Tidal Edge. I didn't have that before. And I think I might have had the crossbow. Yeah, I already had the crossbow. It was the melee weapon that I hadn't bothered to go get. So I ended up idling that out and getting that done. So I knocked a few township tasks out, got a few pieces of gear from it, which is great. And it spent a lot of time just leveling up and getting a bunch of things unlocked, getting some better weapons and stuff. So this is a slashing weapon, so I can put a shield on. The God Sword's probably the better thing to use with this, but this is faster. This does attack faster, so I was going to use this try it out going forward, see how it goes. So a bunch of combat. What I have now is attack to level 108. I'm not sure where strength went. I may not have done enough strength. I believe we did defense last time. Hit points is now capped out. Ranged is 111. Magic is 109 now. Prayer's maxed out at 120, so I don't have to run that anymore. 111 Slayer. Then I did a little bit of fishing overnight, so I got 104 on that. Fire making is at 99. We've got Herb Lore to 102. And agility's at 120. So that was the big thing that as soon as I got done with fire making, I forgot about that. I went into agility, and I've got agility worked all the way down to here. The problem is, and I didn't think about this, but it's not a bad thing because we're at 120, so all I have to do is get the items I need. The problem is I don't have any way of getting some of the stuff to do for this. Like I can't get red oak logs, I don't believe. I don't think I can, they're not available yet. So, like I can't get this obstacle here. Augite, I think there's a monster I can idle that will give me augite ore. So that would be great. That would be awesome if I could get this. It would be better if I could get it from mining because it would go faster, way faster. But neither here nor there. I can't get any of these. Like I can't get 110 in thieving, can I? No. So that one's out. 110 in mining's out. 110 in this one I could probably do, but then I need palladium bars, which I can't get. So like that's starting to present a real problem. Same thing with all this one here. I need 120 and a bunch of different skills. I don't even think I can get one of these. So the big problem is because I can't get these two obstacles here, I can't do this one. And even still, I can't do this one because I can't get carrion logs or divinite bars. So it was great to get agility up to 120, but the problem I'm running into is I can't get the last two obstacles or the elite pillar yet because I don't have enough levels into it. So I'm really going to have to focus down and get this next dungeon done. I'm going to try to push to do the dungeon this weekend. I think, what dungeon is this? This is which one are we up to? Cursed Forest. I don't remember. This one I think might be, I don't remember. I want to say it's a ranged dungeon, so I might be ready to go as best I can. I don't know. I have to go back and look at that dungeon, see what it needs. But I need to run that dungeon this weekend and try to get like mining and stuff like this leveled up a little bit, or opened up a little bit so I can level up some more. So basically what I'm going to be doing between now and then is leveling up these skills. I'm basically done with ranged. And I'll throw that on here so I don't forget about it, or it can just go in the back. Oh, no, not this, that. Need to work on ranged. So I need to make sure and get my range done, and then I'm going to start working on magic after that. I want to get magic completely leveled up, and we should be good. Then I'll be able to focus in on the rest of the melee stuff that I need. I don't think melee is going to be that big of a factor in that dungeon. I don't think. We'll see. But kind of running out of stuff to kill now, too. This is another problem that I'm running into on the combat side. Like, I'd like to work on melee, but the problem is, on the melee side of things, there's not really much to kill. So as far as range stuff goes, it's the Hungry Plants and the Alrunes, which I've already got everything I need off of both of them. I'm not saying I can't run those, but like the Spiked Red Claws and Greater Skeletals would be idled with magic, and then I could go into this thing, but there's no ranged monsters here. I can't get into either one of these yet because I don't have the right Slayer skill, although I could get into this one and maybe go up against Cockatrice and stuff like that, but it's just getting to the point where I'm running out of monsters to kill with melee. So in the base game, you can just mow everything down with melee. Here in this, everything's more geared towards ranged or magic idling and stuff like that. So I don't know. We'll see. I need to figure something out. That's kind of why I was idling on Elite Slayer task, because I could just turn this on, let it go. I don't have to worry about dying. I don't use a whole lot of food. It costs me no ammo or prayer or anything. So I was like, whatever. I can just let it sit. So I've kind of gotten there on it. You know, what was I looking at? A 112. So I still need to finish that off. And Slayer is kind of close, but not really. So I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at. I am going to push and try to do the dungeon. This is Thursday, probably Saturday or Sunday. I want to give it time. I'm really close on ranged. I'll have that done. Then I'm going to idle magic and let that get up to 112. I'm not sure I care about getting strength or attack fully, both of those fully leveled up to 112. The biggest thing for me was getting defense up to 112 so I could equip the blazing helmet. So that at least gets me, the best in slot that I can equip at the moment. There's not much else because I don't have enough mats to upgrade everything. So anyway, that's kind of where we're at, and that is where I will be headed for this weekend, I hope. Actually, I should spend a lot of time idling off the Unhallowed Wasteland. I need to finish off these two, which is all magic. So maybe I'll spend time doing that. Get the stun gear, get the bleed gear, and then have that for the melee side of things. I need to remember to do that. So anyway, I would go and try to get weapons out of the underwater ruins, but man, this thing don't drop. I don't know how many times I've killed Merman and Mermaid Archer. Let's look at that. I meant to look at that in one of the other videos and I forgot. I think I started to look at it and I totally forgot about it. Or I did and I don't remember. So I've killed 3,202 of these things and I have not gotten one of the weapon drops from it. And I've killed 1,600 of these things and no weapon drops. Killed a few of the other stuff, but that's just kind of disappointing. Especially 3,000 of them. You'd think one would drop at some point. But anyway. So it's not like I haven't tried to get those weapons, they just don't drop. But anyway, that is my goal for the moment, is finish off the combat stuff. I don't really care about working on the non-combat stuff for the moment. It's kind of where it is. There's nothing really that I could work on. I could surely work on like fishing and stuff like that. I could take fire making to a 100, it doesn't matter. Cooking, I could level up. I have 95% mastery, so I don't really care about cooking. And then, smithing's pretty close to leveling up, but there's no real point because I can't do anything with it. So like most of these, there's just not much of a point to them. Area control would be good. That gets you flat Slayer negation, which is great. I should probably work on that. Maybe we could do that. Where we get jungle spores. Well, I'm looking at this. I think something in here drops them. The hungry plants do. Maybe the hungry plants are the only ones, or Alrunes. Yeah, Alrunes drops 50. That might not be a bad idea. Let the melee idle on this and build up those jungle spores so I can make those Slayer negation things. I'd really like to unlock the Slayer negation in agility. This is a big one. This one here, is it 14? Yeah, another 15% Slayer negation right here. And then this obstacle doesn't have any. No, this one gives you the Diamond Luck one here, or we get auto eat efficiency and threshold. This would be a good one too. And then of course the passive, I think, we get hit point regen, 35% Slayer area negation. So that's what, 50% more Slayer negation between this obstacle and this. So that's a lot of Slayer negation. So be nice to be able to get that. So I definitely need to push into a dungeon this weekend, sometime very, very soon. If I don't get it done this weekend, I need to very soon. I need to get mining unlocked. That's got to be the priority. And RNG has to agree with me. But anyway, that will do it for this video. We will catch you on the next one. Take care.